All right, so finish up this review here. Last problem is to solve a system using row reduction. So getting a augmented matrix into reduced row echelon form, that fancy term we learned in the last section. So first we come up with our augmented matrix. So 7, -3, -16, and 8. And then we separate that with this dotted line, -13 and 9. So remember, we want to get our zeros first. We want our zeros to be here and here. So right now we can't add or subtract rows to get a 0. But you should notice that these two, if you just multiply row 2 by 2, they'll match up. So first step, what we're going to do here, not that you have to do it this way, this is just the quickest way to start. So we're going to do 2 times row 2. So we leave row 1 alone, 7, -16, and -13. And then times everything by 2 down here, so -6, 16, and 18. Now remember, we want the 0 here, so we're going to take row 1. And to get 0, we would add 16 to that, so plus row 2. So for our new row 1, we're adding row 2. So 7 plus -6 is 1. -16 plus 16 is 0. And then we got -13 plus 18 is 5. So -6, still have 16 here, 18 here. Okay, so now we want our other 0 to be here. So to get these to match, we'll multiply this top by 6. So 6 times row 1. So that gives us 6, 0, and then 30. And then we got -6, 16, 18. Okay, so we want our 0 here. So we're going to take row 2 and add row 1 to it. So we'll go up here next. Draw a nice fancy little arrow. Okay, so we're leaving row 1 alone. Okay, row 2 plus row 1. So -6 plus 6 is 0. 16 plus 0 is 16. 18 plus 30 is 48. Okay, and the last thing we need to do is get our 1. So here to get 1, I'm going to multiply by 1/6. So 1/6 times R1. And here we would want 1/16 times R1. Again, that's a reciprocal. Sorry, times R2. So multiply everything by 1/6, which again, it's just like dividing by 6. So 1, 0, and 5. And then dividing everything by 16. So 0, 1, and that would be 3. Yeah. All right, so our answer is 5, 3. X is 5, Y is 3. And we are done. So that completes the review. So hopefully you've gone through this whole review before you do your test. And again, feel free to use the review as you test. That's totally fine with me. Just make sure you're working on your own. Good luck.